this was the thing that I had to wait a little bit to show off. And this one was surprisingly fun. Like, I was genuinely shocked at how sucked into this I got. You'll understand why in a minute here. But usual spiel, get out of the way here first. This is a code I was given through the service Lurkit, so obviously I received a free code for this game, so bear that in mind when you are taking any impressions that I'm saying. Though genuinely, I had a great time when I tested this out. And it's worth noting exactly this right here. This is a solo dev project, so bear that in mind. Now what this game is as you can see in the background there, all the little cat cards flipping over, this is actually just a memory game. This is just, you're matching two of the same cats to score points. But it's got the same level of like roguelike to it that things like Balatro or the Black Jacket demo we'd played in the past have. So I found that very interesting as a concept, which is why I had requested this. And I'd actually ended up getting invited to this one, in addition to having requested it, which was interesting. Let's go ahead and get this on the go here. So you've got an array of decks you can start with. You see they all have their various point values and such, and they all come in pairs. You got your friendly deck, which is your starting choice, which has one less column of cards to pick from at any given time. The smiling deck, which gives you money for each pair of jokers in the deck at the end of the turn, at the end of the round. And also contains these joker frogs here, which combined with anything that's the same color as them. So you got blue and red jokers. And then we got the cleaner deck, which I need higher levels to get. Scaling deck, bluesy deck, murmur deck, shiny deck, overstaying deck, snob deck, rainbow deck, and edgy deck. And they all come with their own unique starting card and a whole slew of unique cards that they start with. In this particular case, you'll notice there's no red or blue cards here. It's all yellow and purple, which is an interesting one. But we'll go ahead and start with the friendly deck so you guys get an idea of how this game works, and then we'll do some runs just in general. Obviously, you need to be successful on any difficulty in order to go to a higher difficulty. And there's a time limit mode if you wish to do that as well. And there's seeded runs. As you can see, you've got a certain amount of moves you're allowed to make before you run out of a turn. If you run out of turns and you don't have enough points, you lose. It's that simple. Some cards like this one are automatic. You find one of them, it'll find the other one for you. Stay cards will obviously stay flipped, and they don't count towards you making a pair or not as well. Make a pair and that happens. That is because you're almost out of moves. They do you the service of warning you. And once you run out of turns, it counts up your points. And in this case, we got it in one turn, so we actually get that little sea of cats at the bottom there. It's just a cute little thing. And you get paid for every turn you have left. So since we had full turns, we get full payment. In between every battle, you get to go to the shop and pick up curios, buy cards, burn cards. You can even lock items here, but bear in mind it increases your cost when you lock an item. And there will be bosses, of course, like this crane you see here, which reduces your turns. All of your usual stuff. We'll go ahead and take this little guy because that's helpful. And have 3 revealed cards at a time, but 1 less turn. Your hand contains 3 pairs of the same color. Multiply your hand score. Or score 40 on each match, but lose 6 on each mismatch. That's taking away your points. Or giving you points, depending on how well you're doing with that. And some of these are fun on bonuses because, for example, this gives you a random multiplier to everything before this card. And it color stamps things that are near it, which will tell you, is it a purple card, a blue card, a red card? Which one is it? So that can be very handy. I'm not going to take it right now. I don't particularly want that. We will take the Roman candles. Reroll to see what else pops up. The Murmur weapon's an interesting one. I've never actually had a chance to try it because I've not had a deck set up for it. If no cards in your hand being the pairs that are up at the top, score more than 25 points, multiply your hand score by 5. So if you have like a bunch of 5s and 25s and 10s up there, that whole hand will then multiply by 5. So it's very good for like a deck of tiny things. And then you got things like this red cat spy here. Worth 250 points per card in that pair, but you can't have any other red cards other than it in that hand, which is interesting. And this always plays at the end of the hand, which guarantees the multiplier actually going off properly. And this is just a random mess, which is fun. Yeah, it just keeps going like that. Sad cat go on up there. Go ahead and peek on through there, little buddy. Now you'll notice we had an odd number of moves because of this little guy here. So that can actually throw you off a bit if you're not careful. Got the cool cat. Personally, I try to avoid the 10s where I can, because they don't do much, but obviously you don't want to be wasting moves. Like I just did. I wasted a lot of moves there. Because I'm haphazard. You're supposed to obviously be methodical and sensible about how you flip these things. But I just kind of click things and let it land where it lands a lot of the time. And I still managed to clean up a fair amount, as you can see. And yeah, you have a max amount of pairs you can make at any given time. Normally it's 5, you can get more. I do believe there's a limit as to how many more you can get, though. This one, these are both actually fun, and this one is the same but opposite. All of these change based on how many times you've scored the cards. This one gets 10 points every time it scores. This one's multiplier decreases by 0.25 every time you score it. And this one's multiplier goes up by 0.1 every time you score it. And of course you can pick up things like the bendy spoon here that gives you $1 for every 5 you have at the end of a round. So we'll go ahead and snag that. Flying pogo stick, earn 3 moves after matching 2 purple cards. And the refurbished toothbrush, 25% chance to earn a turn back if you played at least 5 pairs. Which that'll be handy. And we'll take this growing purple card here. And it's time to face off against the boss, who reduces my turn count by 1. So I'm gonna get paid less at the end of this one unless I get a turn refund. We're on a roll right now. Now, there are plenty of ways that you can cheat the system here a bit too, depending on the relics you have. Some relics really do make this quite easy to manipulate. And obviously, we know that there's some pairs within this L shape here, for example. So we can just guarantee us some pairs that way. Go get him, cool cat. Nice. Still managed to get another max pair. And that is a 1 round there. Meow meow. And essences are good to have. We'll explain how that works in a second here. Get the emergency button, earn 10 moves whenever you have 1 turn left, $13, or another essence. Go ahead and take this essence because that's a fun one. You can also get this cat at here that raises their value by 75 every time you complete a boss level. Unfortunately, I don't think it counts the boss level that I just completed because I think it has to be in your deck for it to count. We will take another one of the growing purple cards here. And And you've got single-use prism. On the first turn, all cards get color stamped, but you have 4 less turns on your 4 less moves on your first turn. Royal Fanfare. The first pair of same-colored cards you reveal get matched, even if they're not the same card. Or the Back Scratcher. Multiply your hand by 1.5 if you played 3 or less card pairs. And of course, you got the guaranteed 1.5 times multiplier cat here too. Now these essences are applied to a specific card pair, and they'll do whichever effect you see on it. Like in this case, it'll get Stay, Repeat, Auto, or Ghost, with each of those indicated chances. And this one adds a score multiplier to the card. So if I, for example, put this on my 100, it's now worth 1.2 times. So it's not worth a ton more, but it's worth a bit more. And for fun, we'll go ahead and toss this on this 50 here. It's now an auto 50, so it'll find its partner automatically. Ghost is an interesting effect because Ghost means it doesn't count toward your max pair size in your hand. I was kind of hoping to get that one so I could show that off, but that's the nature of random there. Those scheming boys up there. Screaming boy goes up with the scheming boy. Now, I looked at that one already. We're scheming. Worth a good amount, 600. Sad cat. Cool cat. We saw Cool Cat before, didn't we? Sure we did, but I've lost track of where he was. I flipped over the wrong one. I meant to grab this one, I think it was, that had the purple one. Yeah, there you go. Again, I'm going quickly, so I won't be making the best choices. Where's that other 100? Oh, they were literally side by side. And that's why I got confused. Because it was actually right there, but then I flipped the one next to it and mixed my own thought process up. Okay, that's where that went wrong. Let's see, we got Radio Haha. Rerolling shop up rerolls the next boss, too. Reroll costs are multiplied by 2. There's the Whistlebird that we were talking about with the Jokers before, and that Prism's back. We got this cat here, see? Ghost does not contribute to a turn's pair limit, and multiplies the score before this card by 1.3. He's just kind of giving you the eyebrow, like, what are you doing? Why are you looking at me? Notice how it even wiggles, too. All of these have, well, not all of them, but a bunch of them have little animations to them. It's just a cute little thing. We'll go ahead and set the sad cat over here on fire. Goodbye. Now, your cost to burn cards is going to keep going up the more cards you burn. So bear that in mind. But we now have one less low-value pair in the set to take up space out here on the board. That's the wrong 100. There's the right 100. There's an auto going off. Another 100. This is going to be a big hand right here. Perfect. $1,000 points. Nice, auto 50. No, that was the wrong 25. God damn it. Did that thing again. Where I don't pay attention. Okay, there's the multiplier. Let's remember that these two are down here, because you don't want to put them up there too soon, because their multiplier will trigger where they are in the hand, not just for the hand in general. Like, that one doesn't count toward the total, so that's fine. Like, the wrong things just across the board there. There, now we put the multiplier up there. And then you'll see it actually come into play there. This one just stares at you and judges you from his chair. And he's just like, what? What? Let's go ahead and take the 5 free moves, boy. He's helpful. Rerolls always 10. Melted crayon. Santa hat, 25% chance to earn a reward after non-boss levels. We definitely want that, because it's just free stuff. We'll be facing off against the rabbit. Every 10th revealed purple card is denied. Denied cards cannot be matched. They just are not allowed. They don't do anything anymore. They get shut down. I don't know why I was so committed to flipping that one in particular. But I was. Perhaps that was all part of his cunning scheme. Dang it. That's where the hundreds are, up there. Now, the advantage of having an odd amount of turns, you may have noticed, is whatever you flipped over stays flipped. Oh, that's max pairs, and we did get a turn refund. Look at that. There's the other 100. 120. I think is what it's up to now. Yeah, this one just didn't have a chance to show up most of the time. It's 5 moves. There's the 1.5, but I didn't have a chance to get it because I waited too long. But we know it's right here now, as long as I remember that. 5 more moves. There's the schemy boy. You know, Brain, just because you can afford to mess around more doesn't mean you shouldn't be messing around more. Put the multiplier up there as our last card. There's a better hand I could have put that on by not having the extra moves guy at the beginning there, but I knew I was going to win on that hand, so it didn't matter. So we got the cheesecake shoes. Multiplication cards have 20% chance to play last. So even if you put it like at the front by accident, this would give it a 20% chance to automatically shift to the back of the line. Surprise Pikachu face. We have too many curios to use this though, because it only works if you have no more than 3. We have 6. We got the Delivery Phoenix. If your hand score is at least 10% of the score goal, multiply your score by 1.4. Otherwise, your hand scores 0. So you have to get higher than 10% of your goal in a single hand, or it doesn't do anything. So it's a bit of a risky one. Fuzzy Dice. Matching 2 jokers immediately scores random points between 250 and 500. But bear in mind, you have to match 2 jokers together, so they would inherently have no score on their own. We'll go ahead and take the color stamping guy now, because we have that cheesecake shoe. And let's see, gas mask. If you have no identical pairs in your hand, multiply your hand score by 1.2. Eye candy. If your hand contains at least 3 pairs of the same color, earn 4 moves. We want that because we do have a lot of... well, we have a lot of either or at the moment. And we have the Essence of Balance. It either gives $2, 2 moves, or $2 and 2 moves. We'll go ahead and slap that on one of our stay boys here, I think. Actually, no. Can I put that on the... auto, I can. And it gave the highest bonus it can, too. It'll give $2 and 2 moves. So that'll be a guaranteed automatic reward there. I tend to like putting bonuses on my stay cards because they're pretty guaranteed to work. But an auto is obviously more guaranteed to work. Hence the automatic. Bit of a weak hand, but at least it's a full hand. There's the other stay. There's a +5 moves. Powering that card up. Go ahead and send that multiplier up there. So there's a yellow card there, which means we know that the +2 moves guy is there. And we knew about that being purple already. You'll notice they also have little pictures for all the stamps, too. So even if you can't tell color, you probably can tell them by their symbols. For this being here. Oh, that's what that... I don't think that was there when I was testing this. Also... yeah, there's also ways to turn off animations and such, and there is colorblind mode, so like if we turn that on, you'll notice this has stripes now. And this has squares. Like it's nice to have little accessibility things like this. I feel like they might have been able to put more into making the colors stand out in a colorblind mode method, but it's fine. That wasn't the 100. There's the 100. Now you'll notice these are guaranteed to go last right now. I don't want you. Like, you're great, but I don't want you right now. Nice, we got our turn refund. So that's another move, is you can also avoid cards because of knowledge that you have like that. Shoe did not trigger that time. Sad days. Oh, that actually is counting... oh, right, it's the score before this card. It's not multiplying just itself. So yeah, that counted. Neat. That's actually gonna do a lot. Fuck up. Yeah, they're 165 and then 198. And there you go. Another one done. Like, this is a great game for passing time. I acknowledge that it's not like the most exciting thing to watch is the only downside this game really has. I'd make cards cheaper to buy, but I don't really have a huge motivation toward that. Let's take the perfectly sliced bread and see if we can weaponize that. And I think we'll just hold our money from there. Oh, and you may have noticed it doesn't let you leave with essences in your pocket. You have to actually use them. Oh, wow. A lot of people reposting that one. Look at that. Got distracted for a second, don't mind me. Good. Very convenient auto there. Go ahead and flip those, send those kids up there. We saw that color stamp one, didn't we? Or I just saw it a moment ago. There it is. Won't be the hugest hand, but at least it'll do something. And you'll notice both those independent color stamps there actually gave different values because of the random nature of that, which is interesting. Yeah, you weren't 100. Okay. Where is the blue 100? Now, bear in mind, it takes a move even if you're correct. Why'd I flip that? I knew that wasn't the card I was looking for. Sometimes I don't think about these moves, I just flip cards. There he is. Yeah, wrong 25 again. Sometimes I only remember the number, so I end up flipping a red card looking for a blue card. It's unfortunate. Nope. That one's near there, but it wasn't that one. There he is. One that's really helpful is one that marks the ones that were there already when it's putting new cards on the table, making it harder to forget. Like, hey, this was a card that was sitting there already. Where is that other gold one? I don't know why I'm chasing it this hard. Oh, it was right next to it. For some reason, I thought I knew what that card was already, and it wasn't it. I lie to myself a lot in this game. That's something you'll learn watching me play this, is my memory will lie to me very, very easily and very happily. Now, is that gonna be enough? I don't know if it will be. Just barely. Whew. I took a risk taking all those multiplier ones up there. I was hoping one of them was gonna get forced to the back of the line to make sure. And, that almost went very poorly. We got the fancy cowboy boots. At the end of the turn, earn moves per card pairs played that turn. So you basically are guaranteeing yourself a lot of extra moves. Fly Swatter, 20% discount on curios at the shop, which basically means all the other things next to it right here are going to be cheaper. To-do list, first turn of each round has 4 extra moves. Now, I have 51, so a 20% discount on 38. I don't think that'll knock it down enough to make me able to afford both. But if we take the to-do list, it'll kind of work, and we can hopefully pick up the cowboy boots later. Yeah, see, we're $1 short. But the discount will be handy, which is why I'm like, I'll risk it for that. And we got the token of freedom. Starting a new round without spending any money at the shop multiplies their money by 1.25. That's highly unlikely to happen. We got scrapbook tape. When starting a new turn, stamps the cards that are left on the board so you can tell which one join the board. This is the one I was just talking about. And the rainbow magma lamp. Multiply your hand by 1 times plus 0.02. Actually, no, 0.2 per different color you have in your hand. Only works if you have more than 2 colors in your hand. So you can't just have red and blue. You have to like red, blue, purple, red, blue, gold, etc. And these percent ones are interesting. Score points equal to 1% of the score goal. Cannot score higher than 2,000. So, like, it's showing you what its value is there. 1% is 30 because the score limit's currently 3,000. So you kind of get the idea on that one. We'll go ahead and burn another card. Balance it out and get rid of the peeking blue boy this time. I want to keep getting rid of my 10s. The butterfly. A random curio is disabled at the start of the round, so no toothbrush. So we can't get a turn refund this time, which might actually mean we lose this. We'll see. Means I can't mess around quite as much. I say as I promptly picked, like, nothing properly. that was where it was. Knew it was near there. There we go, there's the stay cats. I flipped the wrong multiplier. I remembered it was a multiplier, I did not remember which one it was. Auto 50. There's the other happy boy. See about getting a decent bit of value there. Yeah, there we go. 2068. Yes. And we get extra moves this round. I can, like, reveal this whole board. Which, with extra moves, it can actually be worth your while to purposely get things wrong. So you reveal more of the board, so you can set things up. I wish I could say I actually ever did those wrong on purpose. It's very rare that I do those wrong on purpose. I'm just not paying attention to what I'm doing. Nice, there's some more bonus moves for me. There's the cool guy. That'll work. I was looking for the other cool guy, but I think he's like right here or here. I swear they put the hundreds close to each other a lot. And I don't know if that's just a weird thing that just consistently keeps happening, or if that's actually like a game quirk. There's the fuzzy dice, but we don't really have jokers. You can also swap some cards out here. Like, you'll get a 3 times party hat cat, but he ends your turn the second he's matched up. But he does guarantee you 75 points per one of him as well. And you have a 25 pointer that gives a 1.1 multiplier. And you can also get the wide fork, which gives you 1 more card offer. Thing is, it replaces 2 random cards. So it could be your best card gets replaced with one of these 2 things. This deck's not honestly that impressive, so I'm willing to risk it. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. We lost one mid card and one of our best, which was that free guaranteed extra move. Watermelon. Ending turn early adds half of the moves left to the start of the next turn. Unbiased scale. When you match 2 cards, a random neighbor of the last revealed card will get stamped, hinting at if its base score is greater or less than 50. And Happy Napkin. Score 10 points on each match. So every pair you make gives you 10 points. It's just free points. And as you can see, Thumbs Up Cat here is the same situation. He's worth 200, which is great, but he ends the turn immediately. And we finally have an option for a Joker, which is in this case, it's a purple Joker. But we'll take the Watermelon, because ending your turn early, giving you the moves to the next turn, will be very important to us. Essence of Chaos. Come on, repeat. I'll take Auto. Auto on the guy that's gaining points is good. He should grow nicely. I clicked the wrong one again. Give me my moves back now that I screwed up. Wrong purple again. Green's doing that thing again where it forgets where everything it just flipped was. There we go. There's the 2 multiplier boys. And... damn it. I thought I was gonna get another good one. Still, 800's not bad. You do need to start doing a lot better than that at this point, though. If you want to have a prayer of staying in. Because it starts getting very high point requirements. So I need to stop screwing around. Because we only have 3 turns left and about 3,000 to make up. So as you might imagine, A little bit of a problem. And let's not hit that end turn landmine there. Okay, they're next to each other. Keep that in mind. Boys up there. Scheming boys together. You up. And we'll take the 3 times end turn guy. There we go, 4,500 points. Nice and easy, nice and easy. We can reroll the boss, which right now is not too bad. Jokers can't score points and on turn end lose $5. So if we just spend all our money, we're fine, because we don't have any jokers in this deck. Doesn't matter. Grandma Chair, stay cards repeat. That's a very good one to have. And I don't particularly care for the 2 cards offered here. 250 points, but only works if all of the cards in the hand are blue. Gives you 2 moves. And they multiply those points scored by this card by 2. Works only if you don't have more than 3 curios. We have 12. Obviously that one ain't gonna work. So we'll go ahead and take the Grandma Chair for all those stay cards we have. This one's a fun one. I've used this before. Scores equal to the corresponding card from the first pair of the hand times 3. So it doesn't matter where it's put as long as it's not the first card. Himalayan Salt. Matching 2 jokers earns you 20 bucks. We don't have any jokers yet. And Glitter Glue Stick. Start each turn with 1 card revealed. This can actually set you up for failure a little bit in some ways, because it can actually reveal a card you don't really want revealed early. But we'll take it anyway. And we'll take the Scrapbook Tape. Why not? We'll take the Himalayan Salt as well. Because we're going to be losing our money with the crab here, so we may as well spend it all. Melt Hand Device. If your hand contains at least 3 pairs of the same color, earn $3. Now, do note this red shiny here. He loses 75 points per boss level, so he's great at first with his 300 points. And then he starts losing value over time. And then you've got this Repeat 3 guy over here. Scores between 25 and 50. But since he plays 3 times, he can be anywhere between 75 and 150. And then, of course, we got the guy here who's the 3 times multiplier. I think it's weaker every time he scores that we talked about before. Okay, we started with the 100 revealed. And you'll notice it doesn't stay revealed. So since I didn't reveal it by hand, I may very well just forget entirely that it was there. Got him. Wrong one. Go ahead and send the happy boy up there to help out. 821, not too bad. But we need to hit 5,000. Now you'll note that these have these little Sherlock cat stickers on them. That tells you these were the ones that were on the board already. So you can kind of match through those instead of trying for the new ones. This was, I believe, a new one that got revealed. So let's try to find that. There it is. And then we have the 2 color stamp boys there. Good. And good. This is actually a fairly low scoring hand, admittedly. If I could try to find something a bit better, there we go. There we go, went up to 1,000. That's actually gotten a lot better. I was worried about that hand. The doubling on these stay guys is actually super helpful. You'll notice it doesn't have to be matched with the one that has the same modifier, by the way. The base of the card is what matters. So if it's a blue 25, it doesn't matter if it has plus move or plus this, plus that. As long as it's still a blue 25, it'll match with a blue 25. There's the auto. And there's the other blue 25 that had the 1.1 bonus, so this should be a decent hand. Yep. Another 1,000. We are gonna be cutting it close here, though. That's where it gets dangerous. When you have the end turn guy be the one that gets auto-flipped. And now we know where he is. We now know where both halves of him are. So we can use that to our advantage. Except I screwed up immediately. Okay, now we send in the triple. Bam! 6,562 points just in that round alone. Easy game. Easy game. There's color stamping again with Shy Cat. More hundreds aren't a bad thing to get. First, Egg Basket. At the end of the turn, earn $1 per pair in your deck that scores lower than 21. You need to at least match one pair in order to trigger this curio. Radio Haha we've seen, and the Lemonade Pistol. Remove a random modifier from bosses. Removes curios from the shop. So I presume that means you can't buy curios at all anymore. They're just gone. And I don't like that. But we'll go ahead and take the Egg Basket because we can get some money that way. I don't really want Radio Haha, so we'll re-roll. Nose Tinted Glasses. Mismatched cards get stamped hinting their color. So you just get free color stamping like all over the board if you're as bad as I am. Wildfire Matchbox. Burn cost cannot go higher than $20. So it'll stay where it is right now. And that Dirty Whistle Bird again, which only helps if you have jokers. Got a 40, that is Ghost. A 1, that color stamps the whole board. You know what all the colors of the whole board are, which is pretty nifty. And then you got this guy who multiplies score or before this card by 2.2, but he loses 0.1 for every red card in your hand. I assume counting, I don't know if it counts himself actually. Because if it counts himself, then he's guaranteed to be 2.1. If it doesn't, that helps at least. We'll take this one because ghost cards are handy. And I think we'll go from there. Oh, we're up to the boss already. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, right. Yeah, because we didn't do the boss yet. So now we're losing money. I should have spent my money now. God. Got my turns wrong. Wasn't paying attention. Don't want the happy guy right now. As nice as his joy is, we do not want him on the side yet. We'll pull him up. Oh wow, apparently we're just gonna have all the multiplier guys. You know what? Fine. All the multipliers. Since all of these are blue, gee, I wonder what this could be. The only other red card. This is actually gonna be a really good hand. 5,400 on turn 1. Boom. Boom, I say, boom. This is when I cause like a bunch of curios to get nerfed to the ground immediately. Like, what do you mean you were scoring 6,000 a turn? What do you mean there's a bomb? Nobody's gonna know that one. Nobody's gonna get what I'm talking about there. Oh, we're so close. Can I hit another big turn? Can I just blast this score into next Tuesday? The answer may surprise you in that it might be a yes. Especially with that tripler. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, another 5k. Okay. I was hoping for higher than that, but that's pretty good for what we had to work with there. Money, money, money. Money. So you can get a 20-point color stamper, get the scales we talked about before, get the Essence of Balance, or replace 2 cards with a 75-point give 2 move on match, And that also scores a bonus 25, so it's actually 100.1. And a card that multiplies the score before it by 1.3, that's Ghost, and does not... Wait. It says does not contribute to a turn's pair limit twice. Oh, because it's inherently a Ghost card, but it also got the Ghost modifier. That's always a funny one when it ends up having double modifier like that. We'll go ahead and take the Essence of Balance, though. Strawberry Popcorn. Ending your turn with a maximum of 1 mismatch will double your score. Or for that hand. Emergency Button and the Royal Fanfare we've seen. We'll go ahead and take the Popcorn. No reason not to. We'll go ahead and take Smiley Boy over here into our life and reroll. Dragon Fruit Sorbet. At the end of the round, earn $5 per turns left, but all of your money's gone if you go down to that last turn. Be careful. Be careful. Of course, you got this guy over here. Multiply the points scored or before this card by 1 times plus 0.1 for burned cards. So right now it would be plus 0.2. So it'll be 1.2. We're not really into that right now. I'm gonna reroll again. Drama Mask. If you have any identical pairs in your hand, multiply hand score by 1.5. That's a really good one for us, since most of our cards are actual identical cards. The bitrate seems to be, like, flipping a table right now for some reason, according to one of the 2 readouts. The other one's saying it's solid as a rock, it has been flat-lined the whole time. Have I dropped any frames? No. I did just watch it drop between 4,000 and go back up to 5,700 though, so that's fascinating. So the bitrate reader up there that's saying it's fluctuating is correct. I just don't know why it's fluctuating like that. Hopefully it's not impacting anybody's viewing experience too much. Oh yeah, we have a bunch of essences. Essence of Calmness, which just adds 25, 50, or 75 points, or at a fairly low chance, a 2% score goal bonus, which is pretty big. And then, of course, those essences of balance we had. We'll go ahead and put one of those balances on this guy, which made him give 2 more moves, so he gives 4 moves now when he gets matched up. We already buffed the auto guy and he got taken away. But since these guys score twice... Oh my god, we actually got the 2%. So this little guy right here is worth bank. He's worth 180, but he'll score twice. So he's actually worth 360 each. And we'll upgrade the other stay guy with more moves. Nice. You'll love to see it. And I think we're officially further than I've ever gone. I don't think I've ever heard this music before. Nice. There's the bonus move stay guy. The ghost. It's gonna be a nice hand. Yep, 1,181. Without any multipliers, that's pretty nice. Well, non-curio multipliers, anyway. Match you boys up and get you out of here. There you go. Up there's the intern guy. Demon has been found. And his friend has also been found. Send the ghost cat up there. There we go, we'll go ahead and send the tripler up there. $11,000 on that hand. Yes! You love to see it. You love to see it. Field Banana. Start rounds with it 2x. Oh, 2x X% score. X equals yellow pairs in your deck. Cannot earn more than 50%. Well, we may as well take the free score. There's no reason not to. We could put another one of these triplers in the deck. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Royal Fanfare is going to make things weird, but you know what? I'm into it. Instant freebie. Because the auto reveal can cause auto cards to go off, which is fun. Nice, got that immediately. Got extra moves. Now it was this guy. There goes that hand. And we got an extra turn, so we actually are back to full turns. Oh no. And that's the danger of the times threes and the weird mixing. Because you could really just shoot yourself with the foot that way. Oh yeah, I forgot the 100 was a pre-revealed. There we go. So I don't think there's another times 3 anywhere. So we may actually have sabotaged ourselves here pretty bad. But we'll make it work. The good news is the pair doesn't count against the hand size because it has a ghost card in it. So that's interesting. Okay, that's still counted as pairing with him. That's not what I wanted at all. Because I wanted to get rid of the other ghost. Still, we should be able to make this work. Just short. Okay, that's fine. We should be able to finish the job at this point. Like, if I can't make that score with the setup I've got at this point, that's the point where I just give up. I clearly am incapable of success here at this point. And there we go. That'll close the deal pretty nicely. And I'll go ahead and pop the store page up for y'all since we've been going for a little bit now. There you go. There's a store page for Replicat, which you should pick up. It has only been out for a day or two now. It came out, yeah, on the 18th, and it is only a $9 game. $10 normally, but it's obviously on a slight launch discount of 10% currently. And if you're unsure if you will enjoy it, it also has a demo available. So, you know, you got options. Who doesn't love having some options, right? Got that fountain pen. You get a free $4 card. Start the next round with extra moves, or just get some money. We'll go ahead and take the fountain pen for the free reroll. I do reroll things a lot. We have a lot of money, I just realized. Let's go ahead and get those nose glasses. I don't really want the unbiased scale, particularly. Oh yeah, this guy is helpful. 80 points, and he undenies himself. So, if a boss event denies him being scored, he can allow himself to be scoreable again. And of course, we got this green bird king here, who gains 10 points per blue card in your hand, but loses 10 points per red card in your hand. So that's a gamble. 2 of this guy, which I don't want. Still don't have any jokers. Delivery Phoenix could work out, but with how high our score costs are getting now, I don't really want to go for that. Because right now, we'd have to pass 1,200 in order to be able to score at all. And we have too many hands that fizzle right now. We have the extra turns on turn 1, so let's actually take the single-use prism, because we basically will go back to a normal amount of turns, but everything will be color stamped. Dead Wallet's pretty interesting. Your money can go negative when buying cards or curios if you have at least $1. Spend an extra $10 when your money's going negative, though. Kind of like debt works normally, you know? We'll go ahead and take the shiny blue boy. And we'll go ahead and burn a card, too. We'll burn another one of the red sad boys. Just burning all the sadness out of this deck. Matching yellow cards costs you 2 extra moves, and shuffles the board at the start of each round. Each turn, rather. These 2 red cards are dead to me now. And there goes that turn. Well, still, that was worth 2,000 just off of 2 card pairs, so, you know. Thankfully, the color stamps stay. Go ahead and clean that up. Get that nice 100 auto. Another 100. Since we knew all of those already. We lose some extra moves, but we get a lot of points there. Pretty good, pretty good. We're halfway there. Watch everything shuffle around. Joke's on you, I didn't know most of those cards yet anyway, so it doesn't matter. Get an actual match. Nice, get the 2% boys up there. Nice, nice. 3,000? It's interesting that doesn't shuffle the whole board, it just shuffles part of the board when it's shuffling. Now he's just gonna sit there and taunt me because I don't think we have the other stay card there anymore. Ghosts up there. Get another ghost up there. Ooh, 3 times first card. That'll work. And that doesn't work, so 5 move guy has to get put out there. That's just a really big hand that is just a mess. Wasn't actually that good a hand either. We played basically the whole board and it didn't do a lot. But we only need 1,600, so as long as I don't just, like, full botch here. Uh-oh. Oh! Hey, you know how I just said, if I don't full botch? Yeah, I summoned that into existence. Oh, no wonder, I had 4 of them on the board. A quarter of the board would have been a landmine for me. That's the risk of having those end turn guys there. But with the score we got, we unlocked more stuff. The Black Joker matches with any card, copies the behavior of its match, and the Nuclear Meter. Random scoring cards always pick the highest possible points. And now you just do it again, which we'll do one more run, because we're only at 2 hours in. Unfortunately, we didn't unlock the cleaner deck like I was hoping, because this would have been a really interesting one. But we'll go with the smiling deck. Starts with the Whistlebird for Joker money, and obviously those Jokers we were talking about before. Starts with 4 of them. So you guys get to see how Jokers work as well. So many 10s in this damn deck, though. Makes me sad. Now, the thing that's gonna get messy here is because of all of those pairs getting disjointed by the jokers. We're gonna have a lot of leftovers. Even if we can clear the board, you end up with some oddballs floating around. So there we go, we cleaned out just fine here for round 1. And we start getting paid. That's what this deck's gonna be good at, is making money. We'll grab both discounts right quick, this way we can get things cheap. And a 25-point card's not bad to grab, we'll take that too. Bear in mind, you'll also note that we have the 5th row back again as well, because the friendly deck was removing 1 row. So it's actually a 5x4 instead of a 4x4 grid. I might have had that backwards. Might be 4x5. You get the point. You know what I'm saying. That is the worst Joker ever, but that's okay. That's a better Joker. That's back to being the worst Joker again. But I think that's a win right off the top. Yeah, that's a turn 1 win right there. You know what, let's grab Murmur Weapon. This way, when we end up with rounds where we end up just playing a lot of trash, we can actually still make it work. Yeah, and this guy starts at 120 points, but loses 2 points every time it's revealed. Bear in mind, it says when it's revealed, not when it's scored. So if you keep flipping it like I do, it'll actually get real bad real fast. And you got Sick Cat here, who's worth points equal to your current money, which is pretty fun. We'll go ahead and take these random scoring boys, because that'll be fun. Blue cards cannot score higher than 25 points, so just avoid playing blue cards where you can. You can have a blue or a red version of that, and that's gonna be bad. They'll only be worth 25. Which can almost work out in our favor because of Murmur Weapon. Keyword to that being almost. So actually playing a blue hand isn't bad in our current situation. We can use Murmur Weapon with that. Except I fucked up again by finding my 50s. So we're not doing that play this hand. Go ahead, Sippy Cat, do your thing. And that round is over. Essence of Calmness, always good to have. And we can upgrade our Cool Cat with plus $2. Wow, this reward sucks. Like, this whole set is just terrible. We'll go ahead and take the shop discount. See if I can turn that into something cool. Tiny cash register. At the end of the turn, earn money equal to the card pairs played this turn. Yes, I want that. We'll take the peeled banana for the free score and the Roman candles. Roll, see what else I can pull. Egg basket. And you know what? Come along, scared random cat. So the Essence of Calmness is definitely going on the repeat guy here. Okay, he only guaranteed an extra 25 points, but that's fine, because now their worth is either 50 or 200. I had to do the math for a second there, like, what was 75 3 times? Actually, no, it's 225. I knew I was doing the math wrong. That's why I was hesitating. I don't know why I keep clicking that one in particular over and over again. Because sometimes I gravitate to a particular square over and over, and I can't really explain why. Joker. God damn it. I was gonna go for a low ball hand, but I didn't want to say it out loud. It's like I'm gonna screw it up immediately if I say it. I'm not gonna say it. See, there you go. There's Murmur Weapon coming into play and giving me a 700-point turn. Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen this one. Stamps neighbor cards to hint if their base score is greater or less than 50. Scores 50 points per each neighbor that's lower than 50. We do have a fair amount of low cards on this set, so we'll actually give that a try. Obviously, the glitter glue stick will come back. Unannoying mosquito. You can unreveal cards. I've never actually taken this, but we'll give it a try this time. And we'll, of course, take the Himalayan Salt, because we have a bunch of jokers. Get the Santa hat. Cheesecake shoes would have been nice, but we'll worry about that in the future. And this little sad boy here is actually incredible. He starts with 2 points, but he doubles his value every time he scores. So he obviously goes 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, etc., etc., etc. You see where the idea there goes. There's the sad boy immediately. Which he's made more viable by me having those jokers as well. Which makes him more likely to see play. Or at least get that red 100 out there. I didn't really want to remove neighbors from the golden boy there. Okay, there he is. They're all lower than 50 that was around him, it looks like. That should actually be a pretty good payout. 100 each, yeah. Would have been better if I had actually managed to get more cards out at the time, but, you know, it's fine. Where is this purple thing? Oh, it was right next to him. God damn it. That's another thing I catch myself doing, is I fixate on trying to find a specific card. Like, where is this guy? You'll notice we just have money constantly with this setup. Paper chain, +1 max pairs allowed. Yes, please. There's the 1% cat again. Yeah. We're doing pretty good on managing to finish without getting down to the last turn, but now that I say that is when we're going to go down to the last turn, so let's just reroll away from that before I'm tempted. Take the fountain pen, so... But bear in mind, it's your first reroll, not the first reroll since you got it, so it doesn't actually make this reroll free. We'll actually take the gas mask because there are chances where I'll actually not have all matching pairs because of the jokers. We're actually gonna roll it again. Damn it. I was hoping for some jokers to appear. Take the to-do list. Black Hole Sun. Add a random yellow card pair to your deck after each boss round. You know what? Chaos. And we have a few purple cards, so we'll take the Flying Pogo Stick for the extra bonuses. Now, bear this in mind. We get 4 extra moves, but 1 less turn to make points. And it's still every 10th revealed purple card is denied. That's not what I wanted the Joker to match with, but it is what it is. Where? There he is. You know, sure, I'll take the 20 bucks. Not a super high scoring hand there, but it'll get things started. Oh, there's Sad Boy. No idea where Sad Boy's companion is. That's why he's so sad. He doesn't know where his friend is. Oh, there he is. Go, Sad Boy, for the good of the city. No idea where that golden card is. Like, there's one there, but I don't know where the other one is. I was hoping for there. Where the fuck? Oh, they were right next to each other again. Just barely. If I didn't have the gas mask, I wasn't making that one. Whew. I messed around a little too hard. A little too close to the sun. Stonks, cat. Score 50 points, get $1. Unconvincing Mirage. Burning a card with an essence upgrade, it removes its essence instead of burning the card. And Crumpled Love Letter. Last card pair revealed gets matched even if they're not matching pair. We could upgrade our 10-point guy to give 75 more points. You know what? Sure, little buddy. We could get that ×3 back, and the Mirage came back. We want the VIP ticket. Having a chance for these to spawn with upgrades is gonna be huge. Case in point. And this guy now has Stay. But he's kind of mid. Like, he's worth 200 points, but he's only worth 10 if it's a boss level. I think the if statement turns it into a 10. I don't think it adds 10. And a 75-point bonus to the multiplier guy who needs minimal red cards. It gets... No, you already had Stay. Get the perfectly sliced bread back and the strawberry popcorn. I think we shuffle away these. 2 extra moves on a 25, sure. And a 1.1 multiplier on a 1% card, sure. Oh yeah, this is Rusty Paperclip. +1 turn, but can't burn cards at the shop. With the way we're setting this up, I actually would have taken that. We'll go ahead and get that single-use prism again, since we did already get the to-do list before it, so we're not losing turns. Essence of Chaos. Let's go ahead and put that on. Yes, it's auto now. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for auto or ghost. That'll be big. And we will... We don't have anything that already had auto. Me to put this on. You know what, the hundreds can give extra move. Why not? Away we go. Literally right off the bat, huh? It didn't... I guess since they already had color stamps, they can't have the other stamp. Huh. Well, that's awkward, actually. But actually, that kind of works out for the most part. There goes the sad boys, yes. Sad boy takes the field. Yeah, those ended up worth 0. I wonder if they got screwed. They may not work anymore because of the mistake I made. I'm not actually sure how that... Yeah, that one got revealed too. I wonder if you have to manual reveal those for them to work. Like if I flip them now. Yeah, now it worked. Now that there's not color stamps in play already. That starts to make some sense. We know these two can't be this one's match, so it has to be one of these. Well, actually, it could be one of these as well. Didn't really want to match two jokers. Yep, it was one of those. Okay, that's fine. We'll get that on the next round. I'm gonna auto-reveal that immediately. I may as well take that. Not really an ideal pair, but sure, it'll work. Just wanted that one out of my hand, but I guess we're doing that anyway. And that'll be enough to win this round. Meow, 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 meow. Bing, bang, boom. Give me all that money. We still haven't found more jokers to add to the deck. Squeaky rubber duck. Minimum point becomes 20. Cards score at least 20 when played. Sure. Because that'll mean even the jokers start scoring points. Now that said, that damages our ability to use Murmur Weapon. Somewhat. Actually, no, it doesn't really. Is anything that would have been at that minimum would have counted for Murmur Weapon and still will because it's only 20. So yeah, never mind, ignore me. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. Grandma's chair, we want our stays to repeat, I like that. I'm not interested in the chipped teacup because I don't like losing turns. Go ahead and take the scrapbook tape. And I'm gonna burn the non-auto of these. Because I don't think they're gonna work very well anymore. You know what? Is the unconvincing mirage still there? It isn't. I should have taken the unconvincing mirage. Well, no, because it would have deleted the essence anyway. Wouldn't have helped. Dagnabbit. Yeah, I'm just gonna sacrifice those. I don't think they're gonna help at this point. I think the choices I've made have ruined those. Take the shoes just in case the ones that have multipliers end up getting set up incorrectly. Let's hold that joker for the future. Yeah, you can go ahead and go up there. Yep, and you get set to the back, which is perfect. Not what I wanted. Good. This is a very red hand I've got here right now. These are red jokers, we know that. Good thing we have that guaranteed 20. Nice. Repay those moves that I wasted. Bad joker, but it's okay. And it balances out. Wow, that was just a horrendous hand, huh? Started off great and then just fell off a cliff. But it still was enough to make it through. So I guess in some ways it actually was good because it gave us extra money. Ooh, he's got stay. Which means he'll play multiple times. So actually, yeah, we'll take him now. There's the unconvincing mirage, but we don't need it anymore. Not away. Shallow Man. Start each turn with 2% of the score goal. Cannot score higher than 2,000 points. Absolutely not. Overflowing Well. If it's a boss round, multiply the hand score by 1.5. If it's not, lose 100 points after each turn. mean, it's only 100 points. What could go wrong, right? Right. We'll get another sad boy who gives extra moves, because why not? And we'll get the melt hand device. Spinny pocket watch that starts us with a chunk of the score immediately. And we can have the nuclear meter for our random boy. You cannot earn moves during the round. You cannot earn money during the round. So the bonus moves we just got are now useless, but that's okay. Yeah, see, those will pair together, so that still works. Okay, there's the other sad boy, so we can get those on the next round. The best part is their scoring is currently enhanced, so they'll multiply and still give the better scoring for the time being. There we go. Send the undeny guys up there. And that should be enough to win this. Bing, bang, boom. Nice and easy, done. 2 free essences and a reward. We could get the dragon fruit sorbet, but it's dangerous. I think what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take the shop discount and see about just going wild in the shop here. Dead wallet I don't want. Fancy cowboy boots I do want. Exactly, Lark, exactly. Always risk it. So you want that biscuit. Sure, we'll get an extra card in the shops. And you'll see now there's that 4th card. We lose 3 moves on him, but he does give 2 moves back, so we're only losing 1 move. You know what? Sure, you can join the team. And now, let's see. None of these jump out at me as a yes, I want to put this immediately on one of them. Probably should start enhancing my jokers, though, to make them more worthwhile. There you go. Jokers have been enhanced. It'll make them inherently more worthwhile to actually trigger. Which, considering it's gonna screw up my pairs, is actually a good thing to have them be more worthwhile. Toothbrush gave us back our turn, so that's great news. Lots of points. Blue team sad boy. Clean all that up. Basically, yeah. If you've got a terrible memory like mine and want to try to work on it, this might be the game for you. Yeah, it's Memory Bellatra with cat memes, basically. And if you're interested, the store page is right there. There you are. We're actually scoring negative points right now. Are we scoring negative points? Oh, that's right, the overflowing well. Right. I so rarely ever take the overflowing well, so I forgot about it entirely at that moment. Almost there. Know the feeling there. I should not have put that multiplier in so soon, but it'll be fine. It only affects things that are before it, so it's only gonna be these tragic little sad boys here. But we're so close to victory that it should be totally fine. He says as he doesn't make the score value he needed. You know, sometimes life choices are not so great. Sometimes mistakes are made. But we'll make it work. This hand will be more than good enough to fix the mistakes of the past. There we go, another 1,000 points. And not super into any of those cards. I will take the eye candy. Try again. You know what, sure, you can come along. Yep, every single one of them. Well, aside from the jokers, those are frogs. For whatever reason, they've decided to make them frogs. Hell yeah. Go ahead and have you join as well. That'll do. Is all the ones with stay play twice because of the chair. So that'll be 1% of the required score twice each. So that's 100 points for each of these, and then it's another 100 points for each of those. Actually, no, it's only 50 for these because these only play once, they don't have stay. These guys will give me a random amount. You gotta be careful because you can only play 6 pairs right now, or ordinarily it would only be 5 pairs. Up at the top there. Per round. There we go, nice score from that. I kinda don't want to flip his partner just so he just lives in this corner over here. Because he's just a whole vibe by himself. Just staring into the sky like, man. We'll send in the cat gun. Yep, and away he goes. But he'll have a counterpart in here somewhere. He will return. And that's why I put the multiplier in there, because bam, round's over instantly. You can set up a good multiplier, it is so powerful. You know what, I'm kind of over burning cards at this point. There we go. Burn card section is gone now, just deletes itself. But I get an extra turn in every round. Take the drama mask. Because all you have to do is have a single identical pair in the hand, and it makes the hand worth 1.5. Make the rerolls always worth 10. Always cost 10, rather. Like, this is when we just start cleaning up. More sad boys. Grab. Jokers cannot score points. On turn end, lose $5. It's a good thing it isn't the purple cards can't score points, otherwise that would be really awkward. So awkward is already in play there because of the multipliers being in the wrong place. And those jokers not being able to score is going to hurt a little bit. But I got a bonus turn, so it'll work itself out. Yeah, still nearly 2,000 points out of that mess. Found him immediately, perfect. Those guys into play as well. Send Stress Cat to help out. Go forth, sad boy. Go become a legend. Where is your counter? Oh wait, no, your counterpart went in already. Go random for the go to the city. And I got another bonus turn. Incredible. Never punished. Never punished. Bing bang boom. 2 rounds, and we ended with more turns than we started with. 2 Essences of Joy. Nice. And we could burn these 25s that have nothing going on. You know what? Perish. Sure, we'll take more doublers. Why not? Bendy Spoon so we get interest. Free 10 points on every match. The Jokers that can pair with anybody. Sure. Ooh, both of you are good. We're taking both of you. Alright. Let's toss the Essence of Joy on this Joker immediately. Only 1.1. Slight sad. That's okay. You know what? Let's multiply this times 2 further. Only a 1.1. Of course it is. That's fine. That's still gonna be devastatingly good when it works out. I'm focusing on the red cards that I know are marked as red, so that I can get at these increasing cards up into play as soon as possible. Now we start flipping the purples. And that's gonna be a big hand right there. $7,000 points. Nice and easy. Another pair of Jokers that can match with anybody. Take the watermelon. More Jokers that can pair with anybody. We could risk the 3 times end turn guy again, but let's not do that. That's just asking for trouble. I will take the repeat 3 guy again, though. More repeat 3 guys are good. Oh, 10 point. Give me extra moves. Nice. Anybody that's only listening and not watching what's happening here is probably convinced I've lost my mind with the way I'm describing what's happening here. And they're just hearing random cat noises occasionally. Like, what is this power of sad boy? What is he on about? And to that I say, just let sadness give you strength. If I was not powered by sadness, I wouldn't have anything at all. And that comes dangerously close to being too real. Bing, 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 bing. Every time those times 2s hit the board, it's over. Every time right now. Could get the random color stamp guys back in again. We do have an extra turn, so I could lose the turn with the chipped teacup and not actually lose anything. And be able to reveal 3 cards. I don't really like that idea. It ends up making my move count get weird. I think I'm running out of curios to get. is you unlock more curios as you gain levels from playing. So I think I just don't have enough of them unlocked to really just keep going more ham. We'll take this guy because he's got a multiplier. We'll just keep fishing for more cards at this point. We'll just make the deck really chaotic at this point. Why not? Full chaos. Or 1% cats. Like, most of the deck's gonna be purple at this point. Which, on that note, some purple jokers. And we'll take another 1.2. And sure, we'll take the color stamp guy too. -1 turns, adds 1 strong negative card to your deck that stays permanently unless you burn it. So we've lost 2 turns here, because we get +4 moves, but -1 turn, and then -1 turn. So we actually are starting with only 4 turns. That's a little dangerous. Oh, moves left times 20. Score points equal to moves left times 20. You should have moves left before scoring. Stays revealed. So it's currently worth 300 each. So that's 600 and then another 600. Oh boy. If that's the negative card, I'm scared to see what they think a positive card is. Points. We beat that boss in 1 round by almost double the amount I needed. Boom! That's the power of money. In fact, you know what? Give me a shop discount. I'm gonna buy more cards. Another ×2. Why not? 60-point color stamp. ×2 previous card. Scores equal to the corresponding card from the previous pair of the hand by 2. Sure. And first card ×3. Why not? This deck is just turning into a disaster zone, and honestly, I'm here for it. Sure. Sure. And let's see, we've just got a point bonus here. Oh yeah, here's the sad card, by the way. It cuts the score in that hand in half, and it matches with any card. So that could be devastating. Let's go ahead and give our other ×2 here some bonus score to start with. It also guarantees some 50 points. That'll be helpful. There's both the sad boys in play. Now, bear in mind, these black cards could be the jokers. They could be the cut your score in half cards. Send the ×2 up there. Send 2 ×2s. Okay, that's risky. And a ×2.5. Don't want that one. Oh yeah, right, I can unreveal cards. So that's the joker. That's the other joker. So there's 2 pairs of jokers here, actually, so we're fine. ×3 first card is definitely one that I want. This is actually going to be a ridiculous move here. 208,000 points in one hand. I think I broke it. I think I broke it. I don't know what gives me that idea, but I think I broke it. Because I'm just multiplying multipliers to multiply my multipliers to multiply the multiplying of the multipliers being multiplied. And I have a lot of questions for anybody that sentence sounded coherent to, by the way. Sure. We can't earn moves during this next fight, so it could be bad for me, but eh. It'll be fine. Let's increase the amount of money we're making by having more jokers. And we'll just hold that. Okay, so those are just jokers. They're fine. Tear those off. Start getting you boosted. I love the face on the cat gun one, by the way. He's just like, try it. Go for it. See what happens. $14,000. Sure, go with that guy. Oh, it's 2 jokers. God damn it. Gotta remember that unreveal that I have, now that I have so many moves. So that I can avoid accidentally triggering jokers that I don't want to. Not to mention I can avoid the landmine that is the halfer. There we go. And judging from the fact that my throat's not getting too sore today during this session, I think I'm mostly over that, but I'm not gonna push my luck, which is why we're kind of being a bit short today. Between that and finishing up the archipelago, it seemed like the perfect time to take it a bit easy and let that whole sore throat thing finally end, hopefully. We'll go ahead and put the green shiny guaranteed to be at the end of the hand guy in. 4 triples. 4 triples. Give me $2. Nah. Repeating jokers, though, I'm in for those. We don't need more ×2s. I'm tempted by them, but no. We're gonna stop adding more ×2s at this point, because if I have a hand that's literally nothing but ×2s, it's gonna be a problem. You are getting in because you're a ghost. And we could do with some more purple jokers. So we'll take those 2. Time to fight the swan. Ooh. Multiplier card multiplications are lowered by 20%, so 0.2 is cut off of them. That's not ideal. Joker, okay. Sad boy gets in the field. Well, we made 2 pairs indirectly, sure. I'd get the bonus moves, but it doesn't matter. Oh, wait, no. Oh, right, I can't get the bonus moves. Well, it wouldn't matter anyway. I forgot I was not actually at the hand cap because we had a ghost in there. $6,000. Not bad for not having any multipliers in there other than the curios. So they're guaranteed to be last, so we can play that nice and early and it won't matter. ×3 first. I fucked up. I fucked up. Fucked up. I fucked up bad. I've ruined everything. This hand is going to be terrible. Because everything is trying to play last, and there was a ×3 first card in play. 0 out of 10, worst hand ever. It's okay, we'll make up for it. We're actually getting some kind of scuffed rounds here. This could actually be bad. Oh yeah, this is actually gonna be like a really scuffed round too, huh? Shit fire. I clicked the wrong one. Well, so this might be where we lose. We still pulled 2,000 out of that round though. Thank you for auto-revealing the Joker, I guess. Here, take that guy with you. Make friends. I need to make a big play with that ×2. Oh, except that so you can lose turns, you just can't gain moves. Nope, I screwed up. I made a real bad play in there. Look at all those ×2s that could have been in that hand somewhere. That's fine. That was still a really good score. So we hit level 9, we unlocked a new deck. We also got a deny random, and if boss level, it's 300 points. Two-headed marker allows you to override stamps on the cards. Normally a card can only have one stamp which you cannot override. So that was the problem with the other thing, then yeah. And the double-bladed paddle. When scoring the hand, each time a non-scoring card is hit, multiply the hand's score by 1.25. So that's how you weaponize those jokers then. You start pairing jokers that don't score together. And you just multiply a hand by yes. Oh boy. But yeah, that was Replicat. The store page, again, is right here for those so inclined. This is going to be a short day today, like I said. We'll be stopping now. I'll take a quick skim through my list, but this may actually be a no-raid day, too. So I can just go straight into working on other things and resting. But I will take a quick skim through to see if there's any that jump out at me as a yes, I absolutely want to go there. No, I don't have any guaranteed I must be theirs today. So yeah, we'll pack in without a raid today. So that I can take it easy. Schedule coming up, we will be continuing Dark Cloud 2 Monday and Tuesday. I will not be here Thursday because it is American Thanksgiving, so I will be away, out of town for the day. We will be continuing regular schedule on Friday and Saturday. I will figure out what I want to do for those. We may bring Short Run Saturday back for this coming Saturday if I'm feeling up to it. We'll see. But thank you all so much for taking the time to be here. Hopefully you'll check out Replicat because it is a great time. Aim for a nice little cheap game. And I'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. Take care of yourselves.